Welcome, welcome. Made it to another Simulator Sunday. I am KungfuBeer, and today we're here in LAJ with an Outbound. Well, it's not an Outbound yet. We're going to create this Outbound, but it's currently filling up the LAJ yard. So we're going to get it out of here. Now, we may actually stop along the way and pick some more stuff up. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens with time and everything. I'll get the sound back on. So this is going to be, it's an H-train. So here on the Mateo Community server where I'm at, we call our manifests that are player-driven, otherwise known as high-priority manifests. They're H-trains. H is in hotel or Henry. Depends on the phonetics that you use. And Germany's over here. He's working on the 3351 over here somewhere. He's actually putting those guys back. So he was delivering some things there. Looks like the 71s are going to head over to the LAJ West, but we're currently blocking that. So let me get these cars going in here. I hope you guys had a good week. We are headed back to work mañana. So I'm going to pull these cars. They were pretty much back here a little ways. Out there or something. I grabbed those. We'll pull forward. We'll grab this set here. This cut. And then when we have that, we'll grab this last cut here because they're not very long. So if we look at our length, currently are 3291 feet. And as I attach these next two, that'll put us at about 6,000 on the footage. The weight should be good to go. The weight doesn't really matter. We may send it to Barstow. We'll see what we have when we're done. We may change the H to an M, and that way it can be AI'd out, or we can drop it off for La Mirada and let somebody create a job post for it. Let somebody else drive it all the way up to Barstow. We'll see what happens. See how it happens with time. It is the divisional playoff weekend on the NFL. We have this weekend remaining before it goes into the conference champions next week. So today is the 21st of January, 24. Then that means next weekend there's two games, conference champs, and those two teams, whoever win each one of those goes to the Super Bowl. Most of you guys already know this, but just saying. So, I do have the game on the side if I pause for a minute. I'm watching I just watched Detroit Lions go Lions since the Cowboys are at. No more Cowboys, that's correct. Since they lost last week, going for Detroit. I think Dan's doing a great job down there, and we'll root for Dallas. I mean, not Dallas. We're always rooting for Dallas. They're just not playing. We're going to go with Detroit. I think Mahomes is great, and I don't know much about Buffalo. Watching the game yesterday, I guess. Fanny, and questionable rail are here. I was watching a game yesterday, and it was Packers and 49ers. I'm like, oh, okay. But then I saw Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, wait a minute. What? That was from last year. So they had it on as like a same time or before the real game came on this year's. So I thought something was going on. What's up, Farmer? How you doing, bud? Yeah, I can't go with the Niners though, unfortunately. I'm going for Detroit. Niners have been there plenty of times. Detroit hasn't been there since what? The 50s or something like that, 60s. So we'll see what happens. Whoever goes, I'll be voting. I'll be going with the NFC most likely. I'm an NFC guy. Okay, Mike, what's going on, man? Got 2 Niners here in the house. Chris Scott, hello. Welcome, everybody, to Simulator Sunday. Again, we're at LAJ Yard, and I think I already passed that red light, though, didn't I? Yep. So let's give ourselves that restricting. If we, as soon as we go over it, I think going to be a little too long. So we got the restricting there. That's good for us, and we'll have to ask dispatch for more. Once we... I need another car to go. My HPT is 4.5 currently. Just need that much more to get this guy passed. Over here, we'll go notch 1. You know, I thought I set these guys. Yeah, I'm not a Rams fan. I grew up next to the Rams and wasn't a Rams fan when they were down the street from me. Yeah, lazy farmer. I usually well, I don't know about usually. Time has been the issue. I rebuilt my network at my house. I'm Ubiquity now, so I spent lots of time setting all that up, running wires for all the 2 hotspots and so forth. Not hotspots, access points. But I basically spent all week, one Friday, Saturday, doing all my wiring, cabling, and all that stuff. So I have not had time to watch anybody stream. By the time I got done, last night was UFC. I watched UFC, so I was up till 10, went to bed, turned on Kernel Failure for about 7 minutes, and I was gone. But yeah, Lazy Farmer does some really good streams. I really enjoy them. I guess Dermy's done. Get these wheels past this switch so we can flip it out. All right. Now we should be able to back up. See, the locomotives are way over there on the other side of the bridge. Yes, I do realize I still had it in gear, but not anymore. Coming on back. So it's where we at? We got 3,200 feet right now. Well, we got 54 cars, so it's taken a minute to move things around here. I am slowly coming back. Slowly. Oh, I can grab on this one. All right. So we'll grab these. JM, what's going on? I saw you just left, Jeremy. You had to get done so you can catch the stream. I wanted to stay out of your way. I saw you were pushing those. I saw 2271 cars there, and I guess the 3351 cars, you had to drop some of those off. Trying to stay out of your way so you can do that too. Who? You failed the check ride that happened last night on my stream. Posted copy of Mateo server in Discord. Who did that? I'm sorry you don't feel well there, Chris. I'm catching up on chat. Let's see. So I'm going to air this guy up. Take off the air brakes. And we're going to pull forward here and get these cars going. We're going to have to pass the restricting. Make sure we have what we need to get out here. So we have a train. Wait a minute. We're going to have to hold up here. There's a train here? So look, like there's somebody. Yep. So we can't pull out all the way. He's coming our way. So okay, he's going straight through. Currently have, who is this? Got to make sure. All right, so he's going to Watt. So let's, uh-oh. Okay, we're going to have to stop here. Gotta make some emergency actions here. Jeff, what's up? Okay, so I've got an inbound almost here coming on this track, and the way it's set right now, because I have that restricting, Otto didn't catch that. So he's currently going to route this train right into me. So we need to have to take over Otto here. This is a mess. Let's move him. Can't. Okay. So let's turn Otto back on when we can. Kind of stuck until he gets through. I mean, he's going to Watts. We can move him up here. Let's see what Otto does with this. So basically I want him to route around here. Doesn't give me a whole lot of space, but at least I got this switch reconnoitered so that he's going to go right by us. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so now he's got the light to pass us. And then we just got to wait. That wasn't even there, though. It's crazy. So let's make sure we don't have anybody else screwed up on our thing. You have UP here. He's going to LA. I'll be able to figure that out. Probably not. All right. We'll leave it where it is. Happy 51st birthday coming up there, Sir Hazley. There goes a East Coast server. Enjoy. So now we're just blocking traffic here because we already started pulling out. This guy's coming though, so take a look and see where we're at here. We can't do nothing until that guy leaves. Then once make sure all my switches are set so that as we one may not be. If we back up, we may be in trouble there. Block the line here. Oh, we're good. We're good. Thought I saw a yellow one. Everything's green though. All right. Let's stand here and watch. This guy passes at a very slow speed. You can actually pull forward now a little bit. Could actually go to the other side, but we're going to come up to this switch up here. I'm sure there's plenty of trains ready to leave Barstow coming this way. I haven't looked over there yet. Okay, so he's good. So we got him switched out in time. He's starting to speed up now. So we got that disaster averted. We'll leave this right where it's at. That's not going to give me, maybe it'll give me a couple feet, but oops. Let's do that. Just watch what we're doing here. We're going to creep forward. Yeah, there probably is more fly trains. You know, everything, ever since the new year, things are starting to pick back up. Which is great. Things can get moving. Mentioned at the beginning, I'm not sure. Once we have this thing completed, this train all put together, we may head on down the line and see what else there is. If we need to grab anything. If we can keep it under 7,000 feet, then we can AI it. Or we may grab some more, pull it over, and turn it into a recrew job for someone. If anybody's interested in taking it to Barstow later. So as far as the jobs posting and stuff, I haven't looked at the jobs because every time I come down here, there's cars here, and so I just move them around. I think I got some watt. No, that watt. I don't have watt cars. All right, so still creeping up. We still got a ways to go. We'll stop her right up here at this, on the crossing here. And by then, might be able to pull just a little bit more forward and, I don't know, get that last cut of cars. We can go up to, this is our area here. Signal hasn't dropped yet. We'll stop her right here. And the signal's dropped. Let's go up here and change this back. Get both sides of this. Yeah, I know. You wouldn't let me change both of them. Pull a little bit more forward here. There we go. So now the switches are lined up. And let's go back here. Let's look at the rear and see where we're at. So we need another, oh man, half a dozen. We got to come over and pick up this cut next. So we need, yeah, about a dozen, not a half a dozen, more than a dozen, about 20. Don't want to go too fast. We got to watch everything that we're doing here. Signal never dropped for this guy because we kind of came into it where he was. So we can go up to this red here. We had that restricting, but an auto hadn't routed the other guy yet. So I don't know why when I gave the restricting, why auto didn't immediately put that guy on the brakes, but is what it is. This Sunday, auto's probably, you know, probably getting real. All right, let's go ahead and use our dynamics. We are at that switch now. Probably hear my dynamics over there winding up. Okay, there's independence coming on. And coming on back. So we've thrown this. Oh, Jeremy, you left your lights on over here. Left those lights on. Did you? Yeah. All right, I'll get it once I back up and grab these cars. I'll go shut them off. And right now we are 3.2 on HPT and 52.91. This should put us 60, 63, 64. No worries, no worries. I just always see the lights. I'll fly around looking at stuff, seeing what I'm going to do, and then I see lights on. I grab the trains and turn them off real quick. All right, so we got about 2.5 to go. The right lane there. So yeah, this train's complete. I guess we'll take it up to Cajon and see how far we get with it. We'll pass La Mirada and see what's there on the road. This will clear out. I already checked Malabar. Malabar didn't have any cars. LAJC didn't have no cars. A whole bunch of cars at being loaded at LAC. Those are jobs for, you know, building trains there. Yeah, the bell, but it's that bell, that's like a network bug too sometimes with the bell. Okay, so I'm going to F7 this. You run over here. I'm going to auto EOT. And we're going to go look at the back. And the reason I didn't put it on manually, because sometimes I put it on and it doesn't flash or anything. And the sound is, well, it's not flashing now. So you see there's no flashing on it. I think it depends on the car. But, yeah, I don't know. Something weird that happens. So anyways, we are now 69, 68. I'm going to write the stats down here real quick. To find a train order here just real fast. So this is LAJ. This is LAJ bar. This will be 21. It's an H train. Just want to get the real simple stats. So for loads, we have 14 loads. We have 100 empties, 114 cars. On the tonnage, we are sitting at 5381. As far as our footage, we're in the zone 7968 to AI it if we so chose. And the lead power here is 7343. $73.43. Okay, so I have all that in. I'll put it in when we're done here. Get my mouse over here. And our tag. Wait a minute. I already put it in the. Oh, yeah. LAJ-BAR-21. So, for now and forward, let me go ahead and contact dispatch. Let's see what it'll do for us. Oh, I gotta actually, before I do that, told Jeremy I would go turn off his lights. So let's go do that real fast. Relinquish the train. Grab these. Turn off the lights. I think when you turn them off, they would, when you relinquish or when you turned off the engines, they would turn off the headlights, but that way we don't want the battery to die, so. All right. Now we're back in the cab of our train. So, a little dark out here. It's a little bit dark. Okay, so we're going to do an auto EOT again just to make sure that we have one on the back. The map. Just curious. So it depends on what car these go on. Sometimes the lights don't flash on certain cars since some update. Okay, so I'm in forward. And I'm going to start pulling forward. Now we're going to call dispatch. Got 85 on the rear. Going to request our signal. Give me acknowledgement, so he should line us up here in a moment. Take a look at our brakes. Brakes are doing okay. Signal indication for BNSF 7343 eastbound. Okay, got my headlights on full. I have no DPUs. So we are, see, what are we? HPT is 2.5. 2.2 is the minimum. 2.5, correction, 2.0 is the minimum for Cajon, where we're going. So we have 0.5 to spare. We're fine. We're going up, but no DPUs on this sucker. We just got 3 engines in the front. So I don't need any, what do you call it? The display doesn't need to be set. Starting to get dark, so let's turn on our lights. We don't need that one. Go back here. I turn on the little ones down here. I already set a countdown timer, by the way, just so I know when I'm completely out of the yard. LAJ-BAR-21 is en route. BNSF 7343 eastbound is headed out of LAJ. We'll just have to manage our speed here. We get all 6,000 feet out. Almost 7,000 foot train, but it's within the length of the receiving yard to AI to Barstow. under 7, therefore we can send it. Again, I may just pull over in Martinez or not Martinez. Is it yeah, I think it's a Martinez sighting. Take a look. So we are just on the main right here. We're going to head out past La Mirada. And then once we get over here, it's Esperanza is what I was thinking off Main. But we'll probably get past that. I'm sure we'll make it into San Bernardino, which is on the west, on the Cajon. So shouldn't take too long. About a 6-hour trip. We're not going to go all 6 hours though. .8. As you can see over here, LAC yard is kind of full. Let's see. So there's cars processed over here, but there's no power on it. There is power in the yard to put on this, and there's a job for doing that. You guys are interested in building these trains and AIing them out, like ABQ goes to Albuquerque. There is a job for building the LAC trains. And then there's some tracks, there's some ramps that have the whale cars and the piggybacks or pigs. So if you go get more over by the Amtrak station and bring them back, then you can process those as well. We have a advanced approach here. Bringing up the signal rules right now under downloads on the depotserver.com, BNSF. And the flashing yellow is an approach medium, not an advanced approach. If it wasn't flashing, it'd be an advanced approach, but simply approach medium. That means we have to be below 40 miles an hour, which we do anyways because the back of our train is in the yard. We get on here and we are cleared out all the way down Main 3 so far to San Gabriel. We have a clear ahead. I don't know if you can see it up there, but it's green. Got 1,200 feet to go, so I'm slowing her down to 15. It was going just a little fast, 16, but okay. As long as we're watching it. I think the rear of the train might be out of the yard anyways. It is. Okay. We got a green light. Go ahead and I didn't have to whistle, but I felt like it. Now we're going. We have a track speed of, we can also do it here, 50 miles an hour. Get her up. We just hit the last car past our marker point. The 89 on the rear still. Everything is looking good. You change our, let's see, dispatcher. Actually, I can just do it here. All right, now we're back on the regular channel. Channel 0. That way if we talk, everybody else will see us too. Here we go. Already up to 40. We have a speed restriction here of 50 for us for freight. We're at 40, so 41. We're 9 miles under. I'm gonna bring back the power a little bit. We're in notch 7, going down to notch 5. I didn't know it was that high, but trying to find the right, I guess, zoom level. See if I can keep it between 45 and 48. With all the amount of people doing work in the yards right now down here, I felt that it was appropriate for me to move these cars out. They've collected them all and put them all together, so we'll get them out of the way. That means the supply trains that are ready to come back down here or to be ready to be delivered here can now be driven here. So thank you all for working the yards. Leaves me less to do. I have to get a road train, which is not my favorite, but it is what it is. I don't mind. This way we'll take a nice slow look around the area here. Leaving Los Angeles, heading eastbound. We're in Commerce now. Headed towards LAC, but probably I don't see any reason to stop. Got plenty of cars. This is a good size train here. Any longer, we're going to need DPUs and stuff. So, got all the heavy loads up against the lead. We have 3 lead locomotives on this. There's plenty of power to pull us through. That's what I want right there. Come on back here so we can see everything. Got a clear ahead. Start watching out for level crossings coming up pretty soon. Like the first one's going to be Pioneer. Right after go over the UP crossover stuff, which is the DT Junction. And I'm just watching the map here as we go through here. I mentioned before, I have 2 things up. I have the map, and then I've got the signal rules. Both are important. I generally know what the signals mean, but there's little nuances that I still, because I don't do a lot of road trains, that I haven't quite memorized. Slow it down a little bit, so let's get our fuse speed. Milepost is 150 or 15.0. 150. 150. So 2 miles till Pioneer. Keep moving the mouse over to the maps. Come back and things are all out of whack here. So where's this guy? This guy's coming towards me. Her Watt. I don't know where her is, but I know where Watt is. Coming towards me currently in Riverside. Coming towards, this is Porphyry here. Porphyry's at CP May. It's actually right here. And then Esperanza is where we talked about having, if we need to pull off and turn this over. And then he's going to come down. La Mirada's right in here. It's actually, I think right there is where the track switch is. Got a level crossing coming up. I think this is that construction one, though. It is. That crossing's closed. We got a speed reduction here. 50. Got a clear signal ahead for BNSF. What's my road number? 7343. Back to those green signs, back to normal speed or maximum speed on the track. For us as freight is 50. Pioneer coming up. Should be the next one. This is San Gabriel Junction. Right after this overpass should be Pioneer. Here you can see it ahead. Should have a whistle board right here. Over 40 as we whistle now. Got another one coming up to Norwalk and Los Nidos, and they are about a half mile apart. $50-mile-an-hour speed limit here. I did not notch down. The rail driver did for me, knowing that it needed to slow down apparently. That's okay. Our accelerometer is showing just a slight decrease right now anyways. Clear signal. See, we've got a whistle board and a temporary permanent speed restriction. Followed by the green go track speed. These guys right here. We'll go ahead and do the thing again. All right, down to 40. Let's get her some gas. Let's get going again. Telegraph Road in about a mile and a half. So we're going upgrade a little bit. 0.10%. On our speed limit maximum here. Those tankers aren't even, let's see. Tankers aren't even marked. I'll say none on them. It won't process if they say none. I wonder if the originals didn't disappear. All right. Telegraph Road. Normal track speed here.
BNSF detector, milepost 154.3, main 3, ambient temperature 67 degrees.
BNSF truck is hanging out there a little bit. You'd know better. Grade's going down a little bit. We're speeding up. But I don't want to go crazy with the power. Accelerometer we'll let settle in there. Right heel. Should be Lakeland Road. Next landmark's going to be the Metro Link for Norwalk. Come down on speed a little bit. We don't want to lose all of our power, but we also don't want to come flying downhill here. Pretty well balanced here. Got a little bit of cars bouncing, but accelerometer showing a little bit here and there. We're gonna get some slow down, some resistance on this turn here, so that'll slow us down a bit. Okay, Norwalk. After Norwalk, we got the X double crossing, the X crossing at Rosecrans. Going down almost a full percent, so I'm going to go into some dynamic braking here. That puts me right around 50 miles an hour. Temperature 69. Actually 62, but was 69. Close enough. Light down. Switches are good here in front of us. Yeah, I want to do that. The clear coming up on La Mirada. In dynamic setup right now, because I need to apply dynamics. I think we're going to come out and give it a little power here, as now we're going uphill a little bit. The crossing coming up. Here's La Mirada here off to the right. We're hitting 43. We'll see if we can get her back up nice and stable. Nice and steady. That was Valley View. Go take a look here. La Mirada looks got a lot of stuff here to do. Yard is ready to be worked. And yeah. This siding, this is a bare table siding, but we put cars there sometimes. That one is clear. Speaking of clear, we have a clear signal up here. And here's ballpark siding, and they are clear as well. So there's no outbounds on route at all. I'm too close or too far away from my train. Yeah, Fullerton Airport. I'm back in the cab. So this is right here, here in La Mirada, these tracks right here to my right, that's the east yard. We first came in where the 3 power units were. That was the west yard, and you have the middle yard, and this is the east yard. So you'd be coming from Barstow the other way, you throw that switch ahead, you pull on these tracks here, and you dump off in the middle. Usually we set some outbounds here, and then if needed, we can take them over to those sidings. The ballpark siding further away is the better one because there's a switch right before it. But these bare table sidings that we're coming up on here off to the left right after the signal, they're just not very long, and also you have to go all the way past the next absolute signals and then back up to get to them. It's actually better just to, the ballpark sidings are huge. They're like 8,000 feet a piece, right around there. More than 8,000. I think they're closer to 9. You literally put 2 trains there. Or one really long one. Because you go up 12,000 feet maximum from head to toe on BNSF. UP is only 8. Has to do with the signal, the distances between the signals. As I look over here on my map, I've had it up the whole time for you guys. We're passing, coming up on Fullerton or Metrolink Buena Park right here. And I don't see any speed restrictions that we need to be concerned with until we pass Fullerton. And then we have to be at 40 through that till we get past it, and then we can back up to 50. So we're at 44 right now. We don't have to worry too much. The bare table storage right here to the left, 2,300 feet each. And we have like 2 miles, 3 miles between there and so it's 5 miles total between the Metrolink and the Fullerton Depot Metrolink. We still have an hour of time remaining. And that means from where we're at right now, we're probably a good 30 minutes from San Bernardino, maybe 30, maybe 45. We'll have to see where we are when we get there. Gonna be a little bit of gonna be a little bit of a hike. It is pretty close to actual distances too. My son lives in Anaheim right now. Lives in Buena Park, actually, Fullerton, but right in the corner of it. So he lives in Buena Park. It might be considered Anaheim, but it's right in the corner of it, right next to Buena Park High School. And from my house, which is before the San Bernardino, to his house, it's an hour, about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. And usually traffic's terrible. Right now, we don't have too much traffic, but we're also only going 43 miles an hour, not 70. Trying to get some speed going here. Rail driver wasn't giving me anything when I was moving the power. So here's the ballpark siding. The two hand throws right there off the left. Perfect place for those La Mirada outbounds. Can even bring some cars from the other yards, Malabar, where we just came from, LAJ, La Mirada. Probably not efficient to bring them from Porphyry this way because Porphyry is on the way to Barstow. But Malabar, the Commerce, as the cars get fixed in Commerce, so the RIP cars, and the LAJ coming this way, that's a perfect place to put them, and then linked up with La Mirada, make a full train. But also, I wasn't sure if I had enough. Otherwise, we'd stop by here or Porphyry or San Bernardino on the way out, even Victorville, and grab more cars if needed from those yards to make an efficient train, because we don't want to send it at 4,000 feet all the way. It's just wasting gas. Trains make money based on how much they're pulling, not how often. Here's the Fullerton Depot. We got to be at 40, so right after it. So we'll start our flow down here. Do have a clear, but I should start seeing the 45-degree angle sign saying get ready, it's coming up. The reduction in speed, but we're already at 40 now, so we can maintain this. We should be pretty good. I have a approach medium up there. We got a train coming at us. One of us is going to have to go around. Going to have to be, probably going to be us right here. We're probably going to go up that way and go around because he can't cross over now. If he gets here, we already cleared through that signal. See, somebody's working over here in UP. I don't need to do that because there's a fence there in the middle. We're at 35. So that approach just changed to clear. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. See what Otto has in store for us. See if I can get a little bit more speed up here as we're going to start climbing the hill here, the Anaheim Hills. Here's our temporary permanent speed restriction for 50. In notch 8. See if I can calibrate this real quick. All right. Now, when I make changes, it should move a little bit better. But I'm maxed out right now at notch 8. We are climbing about 0.5% of grade. Crossing coming up. Also have to keep an eye here since we don't actually have a radio for dispatch. See, we have a crossover at Esperanza now, so he's going to put us around this other BNSF train coming up towards us. All right, so that is... I think, is this Kellogg? No, this can't be Kellogg. This must be like Lakeview. State College. Okay, 44.04. Placentia is next. '57 freeway. Yeah, we've been routed around already, so we'll get through and all the way to Prado. I think we'll make San Bernardino by dinner. Unless we get traffic. Pretty good job of the overpasses here. I don't know how your states are, but ours literally look like that overpass. It's got concrete with the green metal I-beams underneath. I think the green is the anti-fouling.
Milepost 43.3, main 2, ambient temperature 67 degrees.
61. 67 though is close enough. So next crossing here. A couple crossings. Okay, so there's our clear up there. Coming on the Atwood Junction is behind me. Here comes us. 44 miles an hour now, too, so that's nice. Can't even hear the whistle way over here. Okay, so we are at 50. We're going uphill a little bit, so just a couple notches off. That should slow us down. Again, we're going to be climbing here in a moment, more than this. Let's see, at what junction here? That was further apart. All right. Got Berry Plastics coming up here on the right, and then Kellogg. Give it a little more juice. We should have clear signals through here. Crossing over a little bit coming up after this at this next stand, I believe. Next signal. That puts us on the other side of the road, which is what we want. Kellogg. So after Kellogg, I got a detector coming up. Then the Esperanza switches. We'll go from main 3 eastbound here to main 2 eastbound. We do have a short speed restriction, 45, for not very long. Be right after the intermediates. So I'm just going to keep the pedal to the metal here. All right, here's our diverging clear. Which track speed is 50 miles per hour, crossover speed, and we are at 47, so we're good.
BNSF detector milepost 38.0 main 2.
All right, now we're on the correct, we're on main 2, headed into the sky. Notch 8 maxed out. Couplers are looking good. Brakes are looking good. Here's the other train that was coming towards us. I'll dim my lights. He won't dim his. They do sometimes. They haven't done it in a while. He's on the brakes. Big old oil tanker. Gotta stop. Low priority. We're an H train, so we're like almost a Z, almost a Z train. That's good. I'm getting routed as a priority. A clear ahead. All clears. Anaheim Hills, the backside of it anyways. As the sun starts setting here pretty soon. Here's an intermediate switch. See the number boards on it. And we're in notch 8, so the race to the top will be, we have full power right now. We can't go any faster. So this is going to slow us down a bit. Watch our stress on the coupler levels. Stress levels on the couplers. We do use main 1 here oftentimes as a siding to relinquish trains and recrew them. I don't think they do that in real life, but you know, us, Depot, and all the other servers all do. 45, but we're at 38. 38. Just a slow, steady climb. Probably when we come out at the top of this hill, we'll be at Prado, which is right at the Corona border. Probably 10 miles from Porphyry. From Porphyry going through Riverside, it's about 14 to 16 miles. Well, no, it'd be more than that. Probably 30 miles to Fullerton Crossing, San Bernardino. So I think we'll be passing San Bernardino at the hour mark. And I'll pull this train off on a siding after that and recrew it there. The first siding that I have available, looking at map, is the right after baseline, so right after San Bernardino Yard. The first siding is the Ono siding, 7705. That's the one I'm going to need to go. I'm just longer than 6300, which is the one next to it, or one after it. I will have to keep that in mind. I have to keep that prepared for. But we're still ways off from that. We got lots to do before we get there. I have the clear. Everybody else has the approach. Up around 45 again. And my mouse on the other screen, and then it doesn't want to respond here very well. We'll get a peek on Porphyry as we pass it. See how busy it is there, or what there is to do there. Won't get to any yard work tonight. I mean, it's Sunday night, and I go to work tomorrow. Gotta go to bed. Which I'm technically ready for right now. All the yawns I got going on. See, that's why I don't camera myself, because you just see me yawning the whole time. Climbing the hill here, almost to the top. Probably 2 miles from the peak or the exit. We go back to 2 mains. Up around that corner, though, I know that.
BNSF detector milepost 32.0, main 1, ambient temperature 70 degrees.
Remember I said I turned on the stair lights, the wheel lights earlier. See them on right now as it's getting dark. Let's go the other way. Do a follow view here. We're running like the Flash. Pretty cool view. You don't get a lot of unless you're flying a drone next to it. right around this corner up here as we head to the right. Should be the signal where it goes from 3 mains back to 2. There's our clear. So we will be going right back to 2 here. We maintain right at 50, you know, a little bit like 51. Prado. We're back, we're out of the hills, or at least the lead end is. Back to having to pay attention. We have a whole bunch of crossings between here and San Bernardino. Let's see, counting them. Past, not May. I'm up a little bit higher. So Prado, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Till we get to the Colton crossing. We got 4 after that. So 27 crossings to go. Start of the third quarter. Mahomes has the ball. Got a pretty good run on that. Starting in March, my Twitch that I do on Wednesdays, twitch.tv/KungfuBeer, we'll be back to baseball season with the beer keggers. That should start around 5 p.m. And work always takes priority, but the beginning of March, the end of February, last Wednesday of February, I won't be on Twitch that day because I will be out of town. And I'll have to make that day up or something, but got 30 weeks of baseball coming. And then the playoffs as well. So, you know, more than half a year, like 3/4 of a year, I'd say. 26 weeks. 26 weeks would be half a year. We got about 10 more games, 12 more games than that. So about 3/4 of a year of baseball. I'll do some double headers though in order to cut into the length of time that those games will go. It'll bring me right back into football season for next year, or this year, but next season. September 2024. Be here before we know it. It's amazing. Time is flying. You know, it's only January, but it's going to be summertime before you know it, and then be Thanksgiving before you know it after that. Here's first crossing of 27.
BNSF detector. Milepost 22.4. Main 1. Ambient temperature 71 degrees.
Oh, I don't know how much of that went out, but yeah, so I must have muted my mic. I don't know where, but maybe that's why everybody was leaving. I've been talking the whole time. I don't know what was heard. So anyways, I'm out. See you guys on the next one. Sorry about that if it wasn't all going through. See you next week. Was I quiet the whole time, Scarlett? No, I wasn't quiet the whole time. When's the last time you heard me say anything, by the way, until I said see you next week? Oh my God, 30 minutes? No wonder everybody left. Oh, sorry about that. I had no idea my microphone got muted somehow. I must have pushed something weird. All right, well, again, it happens. So yeah, I'll be back next Sunday for more Simulator Sunday, probably with these same kind of problems. So yeah, have a good one. And we will we'll see you soon.